Hello, my name's Gavin, this is Genre Books, and this is the Rapid Fire tag. Created by Girl Reading. I was tagged by Pat at Book Chat with Pat. I can't remember if I was tagged by anybody else. It's been a month since I first tried to record this tag and found the audio had let me down. Then, New Year, at the end of the year, intervened. There are a lot of time-sensitive tags, so I did those. And then I recorded it again yesterday. I get back in the saddle, and the audio was still bad. Hopefully, this will be the last time I have to try to answer these 25 prompts in a rapid style. Prompt number 1, ebook or physical book. It's going to be a physical book for me, for preference, every time. I like ebooks, I like the idea of ebooks, but nothing's ever going to replace a physical book in your hand. Prompt number 2, paperback or hardback? Paperback. Again, I like hardbacks. I've got hardbacks. They're not portable though. The dust jackets, keep them nice as long as they stay on the shelf. The dust jacket will be destroyed if you try to take it out with you. A massive hardback edition is a great thing to sit down and read at home. Less good on your commute. So I will always go for a paperback. Prompt number 3, online or in-store book shopping. For browsing, in-store. No hesitation. And I want to hesitate now because I want to qualify that. I'm not really that enamoured in recent years with new bookshops. I just like a second-hand bookshop. I want to be surprised. I don't want to see the same stuff everywhere. If I'm after something very, very specific, it will likely be online. Again, I'm trying to go second hand with online as well. But you do have to buy new books occasionally. And at that point, I will first try to revert back to the in-store physical bookshop, and then Mr. Bezos as a last resort. Prompt number 4, trilogies or series. I sincerely could not care less. Prompt number 5, heroes or villains. The villains are often more fun. The danger you have with a hero is the hyper competency. You know they're going to escape from any trap. You know that they will overcome any travail or issue. That rather detracts from the drama. A good villain, you might not know exactly what they're going to do. Prompt number 6, a book you want everyone to read. I'm going to go with Ridley Walker from Russell Hoban. I don't think people talk enough about Russell Hoban. Ridley Walker's one of his best books, and I think everyone would like it. Prompt number 7, recommend an underrated book. The Sorcerer's Ship by Hannes Bock. I think it's underrated because people just say, well, Hannes Bock is the artist. Well, Hannes Bock is an artist. He's a very good artist. But don't underestimate the novels. Prompt number 8. What is the last book you finished? Well, this is the third time recording this tag. I have given 3 answers to this tag. The third answer is the book I finished last night, Heroes in Hell, put together by Janet Morris, with stories, novellas from Janet Morris, C.J. Cherry, David Drake, Gregory Benford, Nancy Asaya. There are 16 books in this series. This is the first. This has been my first experience with it. This is part of my Project Rabbit Hole, a true Bangsian fantasy. Prompt number 9. What is the last book you bought? Well, I'm on the Read What You Own challenge, so my answer has stayed the same every time I have recorded this tag. This is also part of my Project Rabbit Hole and something I'm hoping to get to in August. This is parts number 4 and 5 of the Shaver Mystery Compendium, so 2 volumes in that series. So there you are, volume 4 and volume 5. So Hollow Earth, Lemuria, strange goings on, and pulp science fiction and fantasy, ticking most of my boxes. Prompt number 10, the weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark. I must be fairly traditional in this respect because I mostly use bookmarks as bookmarks. I don't have a massive bookmark collection. I use the same ones over and again. I will be using something odd when I finally get round to this book, because occasionally I find things in books that I have bought. They've obviously been used as bookmarks, or sometimes they've just been kept with the book as a memory. I think that might be the case for this one. This is a signed edition of Richard Cowper's The Road to Corley, and it's for Margaret. And there is a letter here from the author to Margaret and Brian. And yes, this book used to belong to Brian and Margaret Aldis. Sat on their shelves, now sits on mine. There's the letter from the author. That will be, at some point, a bookmark. Prompt number 11. Used books, yes or no? Yes. Prompt number 12. Top 3 favourite genres. Science fiction, fantasy, adventure. Prompt number 13. Borrow or buy? Both, but probably buy. Prompt number 14. Character or plot? Normally I would say plot. I think a book can survive a poor character if it has a great plot, better than a book can survive having a poor plot and a great character. Ideally, not ideally, almost as a minimum, I'd want a good one of both. This is one of the books I'm reading at the moment. It's so far a little thin on plot. Well, it's not thin on plot, it's just very, very slow. But some great character work. This might be changing my mind. Prompt number 15. Long or short books? I like a nice brisk read, a short book. A book that can tell you what it needs to in 250 pages. However, having said that, like I said, I'm reading In Search of Lost Time, Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust, where this is volume 1 of 3. It's not a brisk read. Will it change my mind on this? Unsure. Prompt number 16. Long or short chapters? Short chapters for preference. Prompt number 17. Name the first 3 books you can think of. Well, the ones that I've just been talking about probably. So your Proust, the Hannah's Bock, the Road to Corley. Prompt number 18. Books that made you laugh or cry. I'll give you one that did both. What a Carve Up by Jonathan Coe. Prompt number 19. Our World or Fictional Worlds. I think fictional at the moment. I also wish maybe the fictional world would intrude upon the real world once in a while, because I'm finding a stunning lack of poetic justice being meted out. Prompt number 20. Audiobooks, yes or no? For me, it's a no. For other people, it's a yes. So I'm fine with them. I don't have any philosophical issue with audiobooks. My attention just tends to wander. Prompt 21. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? No, but I often choose one by its cover. That's not the same as judging. That's just a preference, surely. Prompt 22. Book to movie adaptation or book to TV adaptation? Most of the time, I would have said book to movie. I think the movies had bigger budgets, more established directors, just a cinematic vision. In the last 10 years or so, TV really has come along great strides with this. Movie stars moving between TV and movies more fluidly than previously. And let's face it, it's just because there is a lot more money at the moment sloshing around in the TV market. So I think this answer is always going to be changing. The problem I have with TV adaptations is that TV adaptations usually are adapting great big series of books and have a knack of cancelling that series before they get to the end. They do this because they aren't getting good ratings. They aren't getting good ratings because people know that they do this and want to wait until the series on the television is completed before they invest their time into it. The TV companies pretend not to know this, and we will eventually revert to TV just being a bunch of trash. Sorry, that's not quite rapid fire. Prompt 23. A movie or TV adaptation you think is better than the book? I haven't seen stuff that's better than the book. I think maybe you'll get it where someone's adapted a short story and filled it out. But for novels, I'm not sure. I think One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest comes close. I think there are a couple of others that come close. I almost want to say 2001, but that is such an oddity in that the book and the film were being authored at the same time. A proper collaboration. I think you just can't have one without the other. Prompt 24. Series or standalone? Standalone. If the story is good enough to bear a series, then by all means have more books in the series. But don't set out to write a series. Set out to write a novel. Prompt 25. Final prompt. Tag others. I will have a look to see if anyone else hasn't done this yet. It has been a while since this tag came out, so apologies if I tag you and you've already done this. Hopefully that was quick enough for a rapid fire. Thank you, and until next time, bye.